Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to talk about another prospect here that the Cowboys have brought in for a workout. This time, this guy's a little closer to home. Tyus Bowser, outside linebacker from Houston. Cowboys like him at a defensive end. This is serious. We're talking more defenders. We're in cap mode time. We're days away from the draft, right? So the Cowboys are interested in this guy. Relatively young. He just turned 21 years old. So we got youth on his side. And pretty good production there at the University of Houston. 21.5 career sacks there at Houston. Pretty good player. Nice production. Tackles for losses. Had an injury here his senior year, but he was still able to produce at a high level. It is Conference USA, but still, they're getting it done. All right, so the Cougars had a pretty good defense, and he was a part of that defense. At one point, they were ranked really high, and the defense really was one of their strong points, and Bowser was a big part of that. Okay, so the Cowboys brought him in for a workout, and all reports indicate that the workout went great. They were impressed with the workout. This guy, back on the map, okay? If this isn't the guy that you've been taking a look at, it's time to take a closer look at him, okay? So he has the measurables. 6'3", 247 pounds. Projected first to second round pick. So Bowser's a 2-year starter. Started out his career at defensive end, and then the last 2 years of his play there at Houston, he was more of an outside linebacker. So he has a versatility there. He can put his hand in the ground. The Cowboys like him there at defensive end. He's probably like a TJ Watt type player. These guys are kind of like a tweener. They could be used as an outside linebacker in a 3-4 or put their hand in the ground in the 4-3. So that's why the Cowboys are bringing him in for a look here with the workout. First and second round pick. He should be there in the later round. To me, if the Cowboys were to draft him, he would be an equivalent to an Anthony Spencer type pick. If you remember when we drafted Anthony Spencer, he wasn't on many guys' radars or mock drafts. When the pick was called, a lot of people were like, who the hell is Anthony Spencer out of Purdue? Who is this guy? All right, so he ended up being a pretty serviceable guy outside of the injury proneness that he had. Okay, so to me, if Bowser were that kind of guy, it would be a semi-shocking pick, but we're getting the name out here for you guys. That way you're aware of the player and aware of his skill set, okay? The other thing we want to talk about here is Mel Kiper Jr. released his annual 3-round mock draft. Let's discuss his picks, okay? So in the first round, he has Derek Barnett, all right? He has him falling to us at number 28. This guy, high production, broke Reggie White's sack record there at Tennessee. High impact, high motor, high character guy. This guy has all the check marks. The only thing is the speed, and but we've gone over that before. But you can't deny the playmaking on the field, the sacks. That's what we need. We need somebody to get after the quarterback and take away that second of time to get him off the field, all right, and sack the quarterback and let the secondary do their job, all right? So Derek Barnett, I like that pick there. In the second round, he has Fabian Moreau, cornerback, UCLA. I like this guy here, high value here in the second round. If you can get him this late, you know, if he's in the second round, you probably bounce him into the slot full time, although he can play on the outside, obviously. Good speed. He carries the receivers very well all over the field. The only thing with him, obviously his age, he's 23. Second round pick, that's a 4-year deal. By the time he's done, 27 years old. Would you re-up him for a second contract at 27 years old? We'll have to see about that one, okay? So that's one thing they got to consider with Moreau. Should be ready for the season. Has the torn pec, but he should be a go for the start of the season, all right? And the third round, he has Gerald Everett, tight end out of South Alabama. I'm not too keen on the pick there. Joel Everett, I do like the player, but in the 3rd round, I think there would be better players available. Tight end, though, I could see the Cowboys drafting a tight end somewhere in this draft. All right. I don't know. It's not somebody I've thought about the Cowboys picking. They haven't met with him at all, so that's another reason I don't really. I'm not too fond of this pick here. But if he were to be picked, he would probably be more used as a receiver. He doesn't have the typical height the Cowboys like. 6'6", as we've talked about, is the sweet spot for the tight ends that the Cowboys like. Everett, 6'3", 239 is a little small. All right, so not sure he would do that well on the run blocking. To me, he would be a tight end too. All right, so if you were to bring him in, he would be, you know, your 2nd tight end. Not necessarily a franchise cornerstone tight end, but that's my opinion. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Tyus Bowser, and if the Cowboys were to take him, would you be shocked? Would you be mad? What would you think about that pick? Okay, and also let me know what you think about Mel Kiper's 3-round mock here for the Cowboys: Barnett, Moreau, and Everett. All right, so that's it, guys. We'll see you for the next video.